What if true affluence doesn't shout, it whispers? My time as a nanny for one extraordinarily wealthy family taught me that it's the subtle, everyday patterns, not the showy luxuries, that truly distinguish the quietly rich from everyone else. Ready for a look inside? But here's where it gets controversial. None of these habits actually require a giant bank account. Before my career turned to writing, I found myself spending months in a home brimming with staff, classic art, and amenities that would impress any hotel inspector. My goal was simple: pay the bills and take a breather. Instead, I got an education worth more than any paycheck. Here's the twist most people miss. The most profound lessons from that house weren't hidden in gleaming surfaces or exclusive collections. Instead, wealth showed up in the quiet, almost invisible routines that gave everyday life a distinct ease, clarity, and focus. Let's take a walk through these habits, all of them up for grabs no matter your income or address. Time, the real luxury. In that household, the true symbol of status wasn't found in the driveway. It was found in the calendar. Mornings stretched open, free from frantic rushing. At first, it seemed odd. Why did two high-powered parents have so much unscheduled time? The answer: they fiercely protected time for deep work and meaningful moments. Chores, distractions, even calls were shifted outward, either handed off, automated, or canceled. Meetings had set endings, errands were batched, and a quick memo could replace a dragged-out conversation. The result? Margins in their schedule created space for everything that mattered, especially calm mornings free of chaos. That quiet was carefully constructed, not accidental. Automation, smoothing out life's bumps. Here's something you might disagree with. Reliability isn't just about high-tech gadgets, it's about small systems that keep life running smoothly. Bills paid themselves. Groceries arrived on schedule. Appointments ran like clockwork. Even closet organization was so streamlined that dressing kids was effortless. Everything lived in a shared note, a playbook covering bedtime routines, favorite meals, and expert strategies for calming meltdowns. The effect was liberating. Systems replaced willpower, making good choices the norm without drama. Ask yourself, where could a simple system replace fatigue or friction in your life? Privacy, the quiet rule. Want a surprise? Discretion, not display, ruled daily life. Contrary to common assumptions, nobody flaunted details or documented every moment for social media. Staff addressed each other formally, doors stayed closed, and family news didn't wander past the walls. Security and privacy were thoughtful, intentional, and some might say boringly effective. For the children, their artwork was celebrated at home, not online. Presence, not performance, won out. Defaults, calm through clarity. You don't have to be wealthy to appreciate this. Default choices tie a home together, whether it's a mansion or a modest apartment. Breakfast had its routine, backpacks were checked the same way each day, and scripts for handling high emotions kept things predictable. The real freedom, I learned, came from deciding ahead of time. These routines didn't feel rigid. They made everyday stress dissolve, leaving room for spontaneous joy when things went off track. Money as question generator. Here's the controversial angle. Wealthy families don't just have louder answers. They ask sharper questions. When homework became overwhelming, the mother didn't try to fix the child. Instead, she asked how the task could be easier on a tough day. That single shift led to creative solutions, bite-sized math practice, playful breaks, and accessible supplies. The big lesson? Designing for real life's weak spots will often shrink complex problems into manageable parts. Boundaries, the kindest skill. The word that echoed through their halls was no. No to unnecessary parties, no to exhausting dinners, no to disrespect. But here's the nuance. These boundaries weren't barriers, but signposts guiding choices. Priorities were clear. Family dinner, good rest, purposeful work, and everything else was arranged around them. Even the kids understood. Saturdays meant unstructured play or pancake breakfasts, but no screens in bedrooms. Food, fuel over fancy. Expecting gourmet decadence? Think again. Meals looked simple, healthy, and routine. Always fruit at eye level, reliable Sunday dinners, and boring but nutritious packed lunches, where food came from mattered too. The children learned to wash veggies and support local farms. Here's the subtle controversy. Calm energy came from thoughtful food, not Instagram-worthy meals. The end goal? Remove daily decision fatigue and align eating with family values. Effort and patience, the ultimate life hacks. Instead of dangling shiny rewards, effort and delayed gratification were celebrated. If the morning routine went well, the reward was picking Saturday's activity, not just stuff. Allowances grew through reading, chores, and kindness. When the eldest wanted a science kit, she mapped out a month's worth of tiny efforts to earn it. Want versus impulse, handled with creative patience. Learning loops. The iteration habit. After every big or stressful event, the parents practiced mini postmortems, brief notes on what worked and what could be tweaked. It felt quirky, but made life less stressful and more fun. Next time, the travel bag had extra snacks, cleats were easier to grab. Water bottle reminders prevented meltdowns. I adopted this loop for my own work and routines. Want progress? Stop worrying about perfection. Focus on regular adjustments and improvements. Generosity, a quiet rhythm. You might guess philanthropy in this home was flashy. Not true. Giving was set up quietly on autopay, with recurring support for schools and literacy programs. The children got their own giving jar, picking places to donate once a quarter. Here's something most people overlook. Generosity doesn't have to be loud or even large. Systemize it, make it routine, and watch small acts ripple out. Margin, the unsung hero. Every trip started early, always with extra time for the unexpected. Why? Because real life is messy. Lost shoes, sudden spills, wild traffic. These added minutes kept days from spiraling into stress. The unhurried pace reduced tears, drama, and evening exhaustion. I caught on. Padding my own schedule meant better work, smoother runs, and relaxed conversations. Stewardship, the true signal. Let's challenge the status quo. The richest people in the room rarely talk about wealth, but they always talk about stewardship. In that home, everyone, from cleaners to delivery drivers, was treated with genuine care and appreciation. Kids wrote notes by hand, relationships were respected, and attention was given wholeheartedly. This approach scaled down to the tiniest details. I learned that a spirit of stewardship compounds. Whether you're caring for a houseplant or a household, the social media mirage. Don't be fooled by glossy Instagram feeds. The real signal of wealth is found in the hum of peaceful mornings, clear expectations, and focused attention. Most online noise projects wealth.